Hello, hello, you beautiful beings of light. It is Mandy, and happy Thursday. I'm trusting that everyone has created an amazing day today. I'm going to invite a couple people onto the video. And once you tune in, whether you're catching it live or catching the replay, say what's up. If you're catching the replay, then hashtag replay below. I always like to know who's seeing my videos. And I trust that the content that I share resonates with you, or more than likely you would not be on my Facebook friends list or whatever way that looks. What's up, Christina? How are you, gorgeous? Long time no see in person. So I just got done crushing a workout. It has been an amazing day. And I'm choosing to share with you guys. What's up, Cynthia? How are you, gorgeous? I'm choosing to share with you guys some info tonight about reversing health challenges. I'm going to share my own personal story and testimonial. Well, part of it. I'm not going to share the whole thing. But I am going to share some stuff with you guys. Hey, Shelly, my beautiful soul sister. I appreciate you. I'm going to share with you guys some stuff that I feel will be supportive for you and also maybe some people in your family. Or, you know, your friends, whatever that looks like. So feel free to share this video if you choose to share it on your timeline, if you choose to share it to someone via Facebook Messenger in whatever way that looks. But yeah, I mean, what's interesting about being a life coach and what's interesting about my journey, or the journey that I've been on, my transformational journey, my journey to awareness, and my path to supporting others, is that sometimes some of the stuff that I share, it can definitely be a little bit triggering for people. And we get to trust that if you are here, that this is divinely aligned for you to actually be here and listen to this information. Yeah, I remember in the very beginning when some of that stuff started occurring in my life, I was like, what in the world? It was literally like a whole new way of thinking, and I didn't understand it. I was open to it, and clearly I had the awareness that, you know, there was a reason that these things were happening. And the journey that I was on, the people that I was attracting into my life, the books that I was attracting into my life, just different things of that nature. So I invite you right now that you're here on this video to think outside of the box, okay? Maybe, I'm not saying you have blinders on, but you might. A lot of people do. A lot of people are living on autopilot. A lot of people are not aware of these things. And I'm saying this with a very, I'm saying it in a very loving way. Okay. I had a call with someone earlier, and I was talking about a lot of these truths. And this is someone who has known me since I was in like 3rd grade. So she knows my heart is pure, and she knows my intentions were good and my intentions were pure. And she understands and knows that, you know, I am just simply being a conduit, if you will, and a vessel that God is using to speak to her. And I love what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do. And like, honestly, I'm having a little bit of sort of like anxiety about some of these things, because in the past, I'm just being very like raw and vulnerable here with you guys. It is what it is. This subject has come up for me today to share on this live video. So I'm going with it. I'm going with the flow. And in the past, I have actually had where I've talked about things like this, and it has triggered other people. And at the same time, I'm also very aware. Catch this. Are you ready? Even triggering someone is a form of love, because when we are triggering other people, or people are triggering us, it is to set us free from the pattern, okay? So if you're still here watching this video, and you're here now, first of all, I do appreciate everyone's support. I love you guys so much. I'm very honored to support other people. I'm very grateful for the journey that I've been on. And I know that I required growing through the things that I've grown through to be who I am now, to be able to be full of love, my powerful love, and supporting others. And with all that being said, if you are triggered by anything that I'm sharing in this video, feel free to send me a private Facebook message and let's chat. I would love to do that for you. And like I said, if I'm the person that's triggering you to your awareness and to your awakening, then that's great. I'm okay with being that person. And I know that it is for your growth and expansion. It's for your greatest growth and expansion. So I'm going to get into this video. I'm going to talk about the things that are on my heart, the things that I feel called to share in regards to this subject. I'm going to share about my own personal testimonial, my own story, the things that I've been through and the things that I've overcome. And I also have a video that I did, I believe it was when I was in Bali in it was right before I went to Bali, I believe in 2017, that I have another video on my YouTube channel. And after I finish this, I'm going to get some links. I'm going to tell you all the things that I'm going to share in the comments below, but I'm going to share a video about the same thing I'm going to share tonight, but that video is probably in way more detail because it was fresher on my mind. And so I'm going to kind of give you the tidbits of it. And also too, I'm trying to create shorter videos for you guys so that they're not so super long, because I know everyone has things going on in their life. So I appreciate you guys for showing up. I appreciate you for being here, whether you're catching it live, catching the replay. Hashtag replay below. Let me know how it's going. Feel free to comment below. Let me know how you're doing. What's up, Joyce? How are you, gorgeous? Thank you so much, Shelly, for being on the live video. I always appreciate your support. Thank you, Cynthia, for being here. So I'm sending you guys so much love. What's up, Joe? How are you, my friend? So let's talk about it. All right, here we go. Reversing health challenges and disease. Okay, I'm outside of the gym, by the way, and it's a little bit hot. I'm in my car. I have the window down, so there may be a little bit of like traffic noise and whatnot. So just bear with me on that. So first, I want to talk about the word disease or dis-ease. If you look at that word, phonetically speaking, that word is dis-ease. What does that simply mean? That means that a person is living in a way that they are not in ease. Okay, and if you think about other organisms in nature, if you think about animals, for instance, let's say, you know, they don't have the same kind of challenges we do here as human beings. And there's lots of reasons why, you know, we have stressors and things in our life, and that's okay. The reality is, though, is that if you can take a second to tune out, to tune in, and to think outside of the box of what might be going on in your life that would cause you to be in dis-ease, you may be able to identify these things. Okay. And if you're not, that's where I come into play, or other very amazing, you know, coaches and people that can support you. You know, by all means, I'm going to be sharing more about, like I said, my own journey and some things that you guys could do, and some other people that might resonate with you. What's up, Lolo? How are you, my friend? So, like I said, I want to start by talking about just the word disease in itself. I also choose to bring up the fact that I'm sure we all can agree here that we are energetic, emotional beings, okay? And we are souls. This is my perspective. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anyone. Most people that resonate with me do believe in this way, but if you don't, that's okay too. I used to believe that I was like a body and my name was Mandy, and it is. I'm just saying, I used to be like very literal, and I used to believe that like this is me and I have a soul. And over the course of how many ever years with my awakening, my spiritual journey, my growth, my expansion, I now am in a place where I believe that we are souls and we're spirits, and we're here having human physical experiences. Okay, so therefore I'm a soul, and I chose to come into this body, and I chose to come down to earth, and I chose to accomplish my divine mission, which I feel and know that my divine mission is supporting other people in remembering their truth, supporting other people in liberating themselves, supporting other people in creating, or supporting other people in having the awareness that they are creating their reality. Okay, straight up. We are the creators of our reality, and the way that we can create our reality is the same way we can uncreate our reality. So if that resonates, then you might have the awareness and the understanding that if you are creating an imbalance, right, and if you are in dis-ease, and if you are experiencing a physical symptom, the same way you created that physical symptom is the same way you can uncreate that physical symptom. Okay, now look at it like this. Western medicine, they take a whole list of symptoms and they give it a label. So if a person has all these things going on, right, in their physical body, they have all these symptoms, then all of a sudden they have a label of X, Y, Z. And I could sit here and name a whole bunch of things. I don't require doing so. Just simply turn on your TV and you'll see a lot of, you know, pharmaceutical commercials and whatnot that's listing all the things. I'm being sarcastic, but at the same time being serious. I'm kind of being a little funny here, because that is Western medicine approach, right? They're pushing labels, they're pushing pharmaceutical drugs, and they're not looking at it holistically. So when people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, well, I've been a personal trainer for 16 years. I'm also a yoga instructor. I'm a nutritionist, or have a nutrition certification, and I'm a conscious coach. I'm a intuitive. I'm all these things, right? The main thing I try to describe to people is I'm a holistic lifestyle coach. Now, what does the word holistic mean? The word holistic is looking at all aspects: mind, body, and spirit. The Trinity, okay? The number 3. And if you are aware, you'll see that the number 3 is used a lot in the Bible. So a lot of the things that I teach people is rooted a lot in spiritual truths, but there's a lot of scripture and law and things involved as well. So understanding that when you become energetically and emotionally imbalanced, chances are you're going to be creating a physical symptom in your body. Let me give you an example. What's up, Lisa, my gorgeous soul sister? Let me give an example, okay? If you have a big test that you have tomorrow and you require passing this test in order to, let's say, for example, get your real estate license. I'm just using that as an example because that's a big one. And you start thinking about the test, and you have fear about the test, and you have anxiety about the test, chances are your fucking stomach is going to start hurting, right? Your stomach's going to start hurting. Your palms might start sweating. Your heart might even start palpitating a little bit. You know, like, these are all signs of fear and anxiety. These are all signs that are happening, or symptoms that are happening in the physical body based on your thinking, okay? So if just your thinking alone can create a physical symptom in the body, such as your heart starting to race, your stomach starting to hurt, you know, your, like I said, palms start sweating, you might even start shaking. So if you can take that literal example, or let's say that small little literal example of how having fear about something can cause a reaction in your physical body, okay? Right now, every single person on this video, or people that are going to be watching the video later, can do that for themselves by their thinking, okay? And on the same token, at the same time, you can take a deep breath, you can release and relax, you can say, you know what, I've prepared for this test, I'm going to pass this test is going to be easy for me, you know, whatever, all those affirmations and positive words and things that you choose to fill your mind with to support you in calming yourself down, calming your mind down. Then guess what? Like magic, those symptoms go away, okay? Now, if you can picture a person who has lived in constant stress for many years, on top of the fact that they likely have unresolved childhood traumas and things that they haven't looked at, okay? I don't believe any person is 100% fully healed. I know that I'm not. I'm still on my growth and expansion and my journey, for sure. I just know that there's a lot of things that I've transformed in my life, and one of them is, you know, a health challenge. Well, actually, several health challenges in the past, but I'm going to use one as an example here. On this video, is that, you know, you can do this for yourself as well, okay? I could talk about this all night long, so sometimes I have to remember, like, I'm trying to do this in a time limit here, so without getting distracted, let me put it to you like this. If you're a spirit or you're a soul and you're here having a human physical experience, okay, when you become energetically and emotionally imbalanced, I paused it for this video. Oh, haha. I just saw your message come through, Shelly, so I wasn't sure if you sent something maybe telling me that my video wasn't working or something. I trust we're good on the video. Give me some thumbs up and hearts that the video's still rolling, because there's been times in the past where my energy's gotten so rowdy that the video literally just like cuts off, phone shuts off, phone goes black, overheats. It's wild. Okay, so we're still good. I appreciate you, gorgeous. Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying. If you have an energetic emotional imbalance in the body, chances are you're going to have a physical manifestation of a symptom. End of story, okay? I just gave a perfect example of that. Feeling fear, you start having physical manifestations of a symptom. Now, if you think about a person who has lived in fight or flight, which mostly every human being on this earth is living in fight or flight right now, maybe not in every area of your life, but there might be one area or a few areas of your life where you're living in fight or flight, okay? Most people have that going on for lots of different reasons, okay? Everything that's going on in our world, there's no reason for me to bring up all that shit here. I'm not trying to be a fear monger or person by no means. And I'm just choosing for you guys to have your awareness that if a person is running in fight or flight for so long and they have all these stresses and all these things going on, chances are they're going to have physical manifestations of symptoms in their body. Okay. And now you got a cluster of all these symptoms. You go to the doctor, or maybe you don't even go to the doctor. You maybe self-diagnose, and all of a sudden now you got a dis-ease. Okay. Now guess what? You're wearing a label. Now you're identifying with this label. Doctor says, oh, I got fibromyalgia. I got lupus. I got cancer. Like, even the word cancer freaks people out. People get so scared when they even hear about the word cancer. I mean, there's so much that goes behind, just all of that with the marketing. Please don't get me started, but the propaganda about cancer and cancer research. Dude, if you're still not awake and aware, anyway, I'm going to stop right there. Let me just tell you, because I will seriously go on a tangent with all that. What I'm trying to share with you guys here is that we are the creators of our reality. And if we can create something, we can also uncreate it. If we can sit here and be in fear, and we can then have a fucking stomach ache and our palms sweating and our heart pounding out of our fucking chest, well, then don't you think that you can do things to reverse that fear? Okay. Maybe you're in a bad marriage. Maybe you're in a bad relationship. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you hate where you live. Who knows what that is? Only you know. So it's time to call yourself forward on whatever it is that you have going on in your life so that you can heal yourself. All right. I swear I could be out here forever. I get so rowdy. Now, let me put it to you this way. If you are wearing a label and you're walking around with a backpack full of bricks, meaning that you're walking around, you have a backpack full of bricks, all you want to do is tell everybody about your story, which that was me in the past, a long time ago. I have all these things I could share, but that's not what I'm going to do right now because I can tell that this is going in a different direction. The point is you get to be aware of what is the story you are telling yourself, okay? What are you telling yourself about yourself? What kinds of thoughts are you having about yourself? Are you walking around wearing a label? Let's use like fibromyalgia as an example. You're walking around wearing a label, I have fibromyalgia, and then that's what you do. That's what you're buying into. That's what you believe. That's what you're going and telling everybody else about. And you're wearing around your big backpack full of bricks because you got a lot of shit from your past that you haven't dealt with, you haven't wanted to look at because nobody wants to go back and look, right? I believe it's Carl Jung that says, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. And look, I'm not on here acting like I'm Miss Perfect, and I'm definitely not condemning anybody that's having health challenges right now. Like I said, I've had my fair share of health challenges as well. I am here to simply wake you up to the fact that you can heal your life and you can heal your body. Okay. That's all I'm saying here. And if you believe that, you believe that. And if you don't, that's okay too. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. One thing I can tell you though, for sure, is that whatever you believe to be true will always be true for you. I'm going to say that one more time. Whatever you believe to be true will always be true for you. So if you believe something to be true, it does not matter if it's true or not, or what anyone else thinks, because that's what you got going on up here. And you are the only person that can control what goes on in between your two ears. No one can think for you. I don't care if they're your husband, your wife, your kids, your parents. It doesn't matter. You get to realize that you are the creator of your reality, and you can simply anything you choose and desire, to be honest. But we're talking here about healing yourself. So number one, become aware of the story you're telling about yourself and start telling a new story, okay? Instead of saying, I have XYZ, start going around, I'm getting all crunk. Start going around affirming and decreeing, I am optimal health. I am healthy. I am super healthy. Whatever that looks like for you, start speaking it out loud, speaking into existence, whatever it is that resonates in whatever way that looks like. I also invite you to meditate. If you are not taking time every single day to calm down your monkey mind, and I don't mean sleeping, okay? I mean during waking hours, take time to stop and tune out to tune in. I invite you to do so if you're not doing that already. Prayer is one thing, meditation is another. I invite you to do both, okay? And also get out in nature. Nature is very healing. Nature is very cleansing. Nature brings you back to the basics. Nature brings you back to what's really important, which is just living and being and existing. There's a flower and it's growing because there's sunshine and there's rain. That flower is not sitting there stressed out. That flower's not sitting there stressed out and worried about when's the rain going to come and when is the sun going to shine and how am I going to pay my bills and, is he ever going to text me back or, whatever. I'm being sarcastic, but I could say a bunch of things to be funny here, but you guys know the point of what I'm trying to say here. So seriously, like animals, children, and nature will bring you back to balance, okay? Get out, have more fun, tune out to tune in, I was having that conversation earlier and I was like, remember when you were this age and that age and like shit was fun and you were doing this and doing that and, you know, dancing around and having a good time, you know, eating a popsicle, planning the sleepover for the weekend with your friends. You know, if you're my age, you were probably putting the cassette tape in the Sony radio player deal, recording the music off of the radio station. I remember we used to have to put like the, what do you call it? The tape on there. It's not masking tape, just clear tape. You had to put the tape on there to get it to record. But like you were creating your mixtapes, you got your friends, you know, whatever. You're drinking some slushies. I choose to know. I'm being funny, but I'm being serious at the same time. Get back to the stuff that makes you feel good. And if you have shit that's going on in your life and you're investing time and energy into shit in your life that is draining your energy, it doesn't feel good to you, stop and take inventory and get rid of whatever that is. Get rid of it. It doesn't serve you. Get rid of it. Okay. So number 3 is begin to look at your unhealed traumas. Okay. A lot of people have a lot of traumas from their past that they're not willing to look at unless you start working with me, because that's what we're going to do. We start digging deep into those traumas only when you're ready. Okay. Because I have a lot of programs. I talked about some of my video last night. I have a lot of programs that I offer people. A lot of people come in on the basics. My trainer, Mandy, I want to have a booty like yours. I want to have abs like yours or whatever, right? I'm being funny, but I'm being serious. And then we start working on the deeper shit of why a person is emotionally eating, drinking wine every night to so-called relax, why a person's not going to the gym, all the different things that I could share with you guys. So when you start doing the deeper inner healing work, you actually desire to treat yourself better and you desire to transform your life. You desire to start making healthier choices. You feel better because you start releasing that backpack full of bricks. You start taking those bricks out and chunking them one by one. So you start having more energy. And then guess what? You want to go to the gym because you have extra energy. So not necessarily a gym. You want to work out. You want to exercise. You want to move your body. You become connected again with the Creator. Your head and your heart become in alignment, okay? God, source, creator, universe, infinite intelligence. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I say God most of the time. Sometimes I say universe. I use them interchangeably. It doesn't matter. We can all agree that there is a higher power. We can all agree that there is a higher power that created you, and there is a reason that you're here. We are all here for a divine purpose and a reason. Look, I get it. Maybe your life has not been so great in the past. If you can begin to transform the way that you look at your past and the way you look at your life, and you actually just get grateful, you just have gratitude. You have gratitude for the shit that you've grown through. It's made you more resilient. It's made you who you are. It's like a diamond. A diamond is made under pressure. I'm grateful for the growth and expansion. I'm grateful for everything that I've been through in my past. I'm grateful for where I'm at in my life right now. If I would not have grown through the things that I grew through in my past, I wouldn't be who I am now. I wouldn't be here on this video showing up like I am, standing fully in my power, speaking my truth, sharing my passion, empowering and motivating, inspiring other people to, be responsible for what they're creating in their life, understanding and knowing that you can do it different. You can transform your life. I don't give a shit if you've been doing the same thing every single day since, 15 years ago. None of that matters. You can stop right now and you can make a brand new choice. The power is always in the present moment of now. It's up to you. It's up to you to do it. And if you require support, motivation, accountability, reach out. That's what I do. I love what I do. My clients will tell you, they get, when you start working with me, you're going to get love. You're going to get support. There's no judgment. There is nothing to judge. There is no good, bad, right, or wrong. You are where you are. That's the conversation I was having earlier today on the phone. There is with one of my, she's a friend of mine that I've known since I was a little girl that was calling me about some things. And I was just, speaking some truth into her. I was prophesying. I said, in the name of Jesus, like for real, I was just into it. I was sweating. I talked to her for like 35 minutes and we got off the phone. I was freaking sweating straight up because I was so passionate about what I do and remembering or supporting. Yeah, I get all excited. I'm looking at all this like that I still get to talk about, and I'm trying to also finish the video pretty quickly, which that's not going to happen. So it's all good. Whatever. Everything's always in divine order. I'm going to keep talking. If you choose to be here, cool. If not, that's cool too. I was very passionate about supporting her and remembering her truth of who she is. You are optimal health. God is not outside of you. God is in you. You are an extension of God. So if God is love, then you are love. If you are pure love, then you're pure consciousness, right? And you are healed. in the name of Jesus, or whatever words you want to call it, however you want to speak it, however you want to say it and decree it. So I'm going to give my example really quick. I have a couple more things to cover here. Like I said, I have a YouTube video that I recorded back in the early 2017 where I was talking about all this. I think I even had people like close their eyes and do a bit of a meditation during the video. So I'm going to find that link. I'm going to put it in the comments below. But in the past, I had hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is anger with mom. I'm like yelling because I'm so crunk. Let me chill. Hypothyroidism, if you didn't know, is anger with mom. Okay? Hypothyroidism is anger with dad. I've had clients say, but I'm not angry with my mom. Then we start working on it and they're like, you know what? I do have some unresolved anger and resentment, that I have not looked at or I have not touched, and I didn't even realize it was there, or I didn't even realize, maybe that was affecting me. So my example, and I'm going to make it brief as I can, is that I had hypothyroidism. And when I learned that hypothyroidism is anger with mom, I began to dig deep on what all are required doing to forgive my mom. Okay. And the way that I know, let's just put it this way. There is a book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. If you haven't heard of that book, I highly invite you to go check it out. And in that book, she's basically sharing the stuff that I'm sharing here. And she has a list of all of the symptoms and what they are rooted in energetically and emotionally. In fact, once I get off this video, I'm going to post a link to an article that someone wrote based on that book, and it has all the symptoms listed there as well. So I'm going to post that link below this video. So if this is resonating with you, The Alchemy of Healing. Yes, that's the name of the article, The Alchemy of Healing. The book is called You Can Heal Your Life. Thank you so much, Shelly. So I'm going to post the link to that article, okay? And I invite you, it goes down to the basics of even like migraine, constipation, acne, like literally anything that you can think of almost, I guess, is on that list. I invite you to look at that list and see what symptoms that you might be experiencing right now, or it could be something that you had in the past. Like I've had clients that start working with me and they're like, man, I used to have XYZ and I never really knew. But then they're like, but then, once I got married, or once I, quit that toxic job or left that toxic relationship, or, moved to a new city, like all of a sudden that symptom went away. And so they're making the connection of what they had going on at that period in their life of why they actually were creating that physical symptom in their body. Okay. So I'm going to put that link below. So it will tell you in the article, and of course her book, that hypothyroidism is like anger with mom. It'll tell you all the things. Okay. So what I did when I realized hypothyroidism was anger with mom, I started digging deep to do the things that I required doing to release the anger. I started writing forgiveness letters to my mom. I didn't go give them to her. I wrote the forgiveness letters and I burned them. I think maybe one time I put one in the shredder. You can fold it up and put it in your Bible. You can put it under your mattress. You can do whatever it is that resonates with you. Forgiveness letters are amazing. I don't encourage you to start writing forgiveness letters and going to give them to someone, because chances are that's going to trigger some shit, especially if that person has no idea that, whatever. Like, don't do that. Don't write forgiveness letters to go give to someone unless you and that person are in that place where you're doing some healing with one another and both people are consciously agreeing to have, these discussions about things and bring this stuff up. Because chances are, as you guys know, forgiveness is for us, right? This light is so bright. I'm just trying to, it's getting darker. Forgiveness is for us. Okay. Like they say, if you have unforgiveness in your heart, it's literally like drinking poison and expecting it to like affect the other person. Okay. Forgiveness is for us. So I invite you to, if you have some unforgiveness for some people, whether you have hypothyroidism or not, write some forgiveness letters forgiving that person, and don't just write it or don't just speak it, write lip service, don't just go through the motions. Really do your best to dig deep to forgive them and then move forward. Okay. So forgiveness letters. I also started taking boxing classes at 9 Round. This was also around the time of right before I was getting ready to go to Bali. And so I was choosing to lean down a little bit more, and I was taking boxing classes, and straight up, I would go to the class and I would have in my mind that I was going to release like some specific memory. Okay. I didn't walk into the boxing classes pretending that the boxing bags was my mom. No, but I went in there with like the anger and the resentment and the memory and the thoughts that were tied to that memory. And you already know what I did. I was beating the out of those bags and kicking and whatever. So after, I choose to know how many times I did that. I think I was going to those classes for maybe a couple months or something before I went. And I was just letting that fucking shit out. It was powerful. It was transformational. Okay. So you can do that as well. It doesn't have to be boxing classes. You can do it in whatever way that looks. You can literally just take a pillow on your bed and you can punch it. You can find something to kick. You can break something. Okay. I'm not inviting you to be like destructive or get into any trouble here. I'm just saying, right? I'm being funny, but do whatever it is that resonates with you. You know, you can even use working out. Like I'm sitting in the parking lot at the gym. I mean, you can even go into the gym and, you know, use your lifting of weights or whatever that looks like as a way to express and get that out as well. So I did that. And then let me tell you another thing I did. So, I work with my friend who's a naturopathic doctor, and well, I used to support her in her office for like 2 years. I'm not working for her any longer, but in the past, well, I wasn't even working for her when this happened. So it was funny that I even said that. So she's my super bestie, and she's a naturopathic doctor. And at that time, she was supporting me with my health. And we were trying to figure out what was going on. And I required actually getting blood work. And it was like, okay, hypothyroidism. And then we were trying all the natural methods. Because, you know, guys, I'm all natural, holistic, like whatever, herbs, homeopathics, you know, nutrition, mindset. Unfortunately, nothing, if you know what muscle testing is, it's applied kinesiology. You have to share that on another video. But basically, we were trying to figure out, and nothing was like muscle testing that it was going to support me. So I ended up getting on Nature-Thoid. I choose to know how long I even was on it. Like I said, that other video that I'll link here in a little bit that I have on YouTube tells probably more specifically in detail. But none of that even matters. We're all unique individuals. Like whatever I'm saying is not necessarily going to be what it is for you. And I invite you though to check it out. So basically what I'm telling you though is that I was taking a pharmaceutical. I required taking it because my body required it. Okay. Then I read the book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And then I was having the awareness that it was anger with mom. Then I was taking the boxing classes. I was writing the letters. I was listening to guided meditations. I was meditating. I was praying. I was asking God to support me. You know, I was releasing. I was doing all the things. And I remember I was down to like the last couple pills in my bottle. And I did like a placebo effect, right? You guys probably know what placebos are. Okay. That'll have to be another video if you don't know. But I started taking those last several pills and I was like, after this, I'm done. I was like, after this, my thyroid's going to be perfect. Like after this, and I just told myself that with those pills, and I believe that everything else I was doing, that's what I'm trying to tell you right now, is the power of your mind. Whatever you believe to be true is always going to be true for you. So I'm basically summing all this up by telling you that you are the operant power in your reality. You are the God of your reality, okay? You are creating your reality. You are not separate from God. God is an extension of you. You are connected to God. It's all one. God, source, creator, universe, whatever word you want to insert, doesn't matter. Heart, head, and alignment, connection. If you guys know about the crown chakra, like whatever, like get yourself into alignment and believe in the power of your mind. Okay. So I was telling myself, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I finished the bottle. I got my blood work done again. My numbers were perfect. They were perfect. And we were like, OMG. And to me, that is a huge testimonial because I really never had many issues, I guess, prior, or health challenges really prior to that I could say that, you know, whatever. Now, let me give you another one that's really prevalent with a lot of females. And since a lot of people are still on this video, I'm just going to keep rolling with it. I love you guys so much and I appreciate your support. And I'm just going to roll with it because I love what I do. So I have the energy, and here we go. Constipation. Okay. And constipation is very common in women because we are such emotional creatures. And it's also common in men. And I actually have had conversations recently with some men about this very thing. Let me just tell you that constipation is actually emotional withholding. So if you are not going to the bathroom regularly, which regularly would be for sure at least once a day, if not multiple times a day, if you think about a baby or a puppy, after you feed the baby or you feed the little kid or you feed the puppy, what happens? About 20, 30, 45 minutes, you got to let the dog outside. The cat going to go to the litter box. You know, you got to change the baby's diaper. Well, guess what? That's exactly how it should be for us too, as human beings. A lot of times it has to do with what you're putting into your body for sure. Like if you're eating a bunch of not good food, it can also have to do too with like magnesium deficiency as well as several other things. And what I've been talking about this whole video is being energetically and emotionally imbalanced. When we're energetically and emotionally imbalanced, we actually cause the physical manifestation of the symptom. So if constipation is actually emotional withholding, then guess what? You get to figure out what it is that you're likely all tensed up about, you know, whatever it is that you're having fear about, whatever it is that you're hanging on to, whatever it is you got going on here in your mind that's literally just spinning and spinning and spinning out, chances are that's what's causing your constipation. So do your best to resolve that in whatever ways that is. I'm just giving that as like another example because I feel like that's a very common one, and I was choosing to give another example. So feel free to comment below this video. Feel free to send me a private Facebook message if you're requiring support. Like I said, I love what I do, and I'm gonna share a couple more things here, and then I'm going to put some links below this video. So I gave a lot of information already, and the last thing I really desire to emphasize here is you get to look at whatever your dis-ease is, or your physical manifestation of your symptom. You simply get to look at it as a messenger that it is time to start doing things differently, my friend. It is time to make some changes. It is time to change your thinking. It is time to understand that you are the creator of your reality. It's time to remember your power. It's time to remember that you are an extension of God, that you are not separate from God. Like, it is time for you to reclaim your power and authority over your life and understand that you can transform your life. So looking at whatever it is, whether it's a health challenge, XYZ, lupus, fibromyalgia, cancer, diabetes, whatever all those are, okay? Look at it as a messenger, and also look at it as a blessing. I was sharing this earlier, and I feel the same way about my health challenges that I had in the past, okay, that I take full responsibility for, that I had created, is that they were blessings. If I would not have experienced those, I would not have gotten to the depths or the level of healing in my mental, spiritual, energetic, body that I wouldn't have gotten to those otherwise, is what I'm trying to emphasize. That would have never happened, okay? So if you can find a way of having gratitude for your past, if you can find a way of having gratitude, let's put it this way, our parents, they did the best that they could. They did what they were able to do with their level of awareness and their level of consciousness, okay? I am about to be 42 years young in June. I know how life is for me over the last, couple, let's say, 20 years or whatever that looks like. I look back and think about my mom's age when she had kids and all the shit that she was growing through. And I can have massive love and forgiveness and acceptance and all the things because I know she was doing the best that she could. Okay. I've had clients tell me, well, what do you mean? They would not, like, talking about their situation, right? And they're, they're defensive and they wouldn't have done this. You know what? The longer you're stuck to that, the more you're going to keep being in the place that you're being in. That's all I can say. So when you're ready to fully heal, then you're ready. And that's how you do it. You begin to look at things differently. You begin to have gratitude for your life. You begin to understand that life is not happening to you, that life is simply happening for you. You begin to look at everything around you as being an extension of you, or a projection of you, or something also too that you're creating. And you literally just change your way of thinking, and you change your way of being, okay? And your awareness is different. And when you become more aware, that's when you can transform. 90% of transformation is first simply awareness, okay? So, like, I could keep going on and on and on and on and on. Like I said, the last thing I'm really choosing to emphasize is look at it as a blessing. Look at it as a messenger, that it's time for you to change your ways. That's all it is. Let it be okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't go into that place of like, oh, I created this. And then you start, having a pity party, or you start beating yourself up. A lot of times, honestly, you guys, a lot of health challenges for people are rooted in self-hatred. They are rejecting their own self. They hate themselves. And I can say there was a period of my life where I didn't love who I was. I didn't love the choices that I had made. I had a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. I had a lot of things too. And I might still have a little bit of that stuff that I'm still, addressing and working through and healing, but it is nowhere to the extent of where it used to be. Like, now I live in a place almost 100% of the time of just joy and bliss because I'm so grateful. You know what I'm trying to say? I think I keep saying that a lot. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Do you know? So I'm sending you guys so much love, super positive, high vibes, healing energy. I know that this type of message can be triggering for some people. I'm saying everything that I'm sharing here with a very loving, open heart. And like I said, if you're requiring support or you're choosing to talk about this more, please feel free to reach out to me. When I finish this video, I'm going to post a link below to my other video from early 2017. I'm going to post a link to a meditation that I listen to every single night called the Universal Mind Meditation that I know for certain has supported me and transformed my life. I started listening to it back in 2014. I'm going to put a link to that. I'm also going to put a link to that article by Louise Hay, or it's not by Louise Hay. It's The Alchemy of Healing, like Shelly mentioned. I appreciate you, gorgeous. It's an article that someone wrote based on Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. So maybe some of the stuff I've shared here will support people in having more awareness. If you know someone that has health challenges, okay, and maybe they're stuck with wearing that label about, you know, whatever their health challenge is. Ooh, energy shift. So clearly some people here know some people, right? Please share this video. This ain't about anything other than we are all here to support each other and walk each other home. Seriously, share this video, tag them in this video, send it to them in Facebook Messenger. You can do that as well, okay? You don't have to be blasting them out here in the comments or whatever that looks like. Also, I invite you to look up Dr. Joe Dispenza, okay? He's everywhere. He's on Facebook. He's on YouTube, okay? Joe, J-O-E, Dispenza, D-I-S P-E-N-Z-A, okay? Look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. Deepak Chopra is another amazing soul that you can follow. Louise Hay. I could go on and on and on. I feel that I've shared quite a bit here, and I was choosing to share like maybe more of even my own personal testimonial, but that's not really relevant now because you guys already know. So let me scroll back because I feel some people shared some stuff and I choose to address you guys. Like I said, I'm very honored and I appreciate you guys for being on the live video. Oh goodness, it's like keeps skipping to the comments. Where's it at? It keeps skipping. I saw Shelly. Shelly says, I'm literally working on real estate continuing education classes right now as you're speaking. I paused it for this video. Oh, I appreciate you, gorgeous. I acknowledge your commitment. That's interesting too that you're doing the real estate because I was thinking of you as I said real estate. Haha, that's awesome. Chip says, hey, Angel, hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. Cynthia says, absolutely. I saw that you wrote something else, Cynthia. I have a quote on my motivation board at the gym saying something similar. The mind believes what you tell it. Yeah, most definitely. Whatever you believe to be true is always going to be true for you. Like, seriously, our belief system is so powerful. Shelly is tagging someone. Cynthia says, it's really healing to do those. I'm so glad you encouraged me to do those. Aw, yeah, I'm trusting you're referring to the forgiveness letters. Yeah, like seriously, like right now, you guys, if you're still on this video, just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and just feel the feeling of the breath going into your body, okay? Check this out. All of us right now, we're breathing. We do not have fear about where is the air going to come from. We have a trust and we have a knowing that the air is there. We're not sitting here going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And 5 minutes from now, I may not have oxygen. We know the oxygen is there. We don't think about breathing because we don't have to. So try to have that same mindset about things that you're requiring in your life, knowing that you are divinely guided, supported, and protected, and whatever it is that you're requiring is already there. There is nothing that you have to try to do to have it. Just like I don't have to try to anything to have air to go into my nose, right? I don't have to try to do anything about it. The biggest challenge most people have is the way that they're thinking is creating the way that they're being, okay? Once again, just like I said in the beginning of the video, the energetic emotional imbalances are created because of how you're thinking, how you're feeling, the way that you're being. So start to become aware of yourself, right? Become aware of yourself. And as you do that, things will begin to appear to you, just like you're on this video right now, or you're watching the video, you're catching the replay, whatever that looks like, all right? I'm sending you guys so much love, super positive high vibes, healing energy. Also, too, check out my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube. Search my name, Mandy Fonville. Click where it says videos, because I don't think I uploaded my videos right. I choose to know, it doesn't matter, but they're there. There's tons of videos about all this stuff that I choose to share with you guys and support you. So check those videos out. If you're requiring support, reach out to me. I'm going to post all the links to everything else, like I said, in the comments. And namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Mwah. Have an amazing night. I don't really care that this video was long because you guys were here for it. And clearly people are requiring the support. I love you so much. And I'm very honored. And I thank you. And until the next video, we'll chat soon. You guys create an amazing night. Mwah.